still, good.
I was, is she bringing one more?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we could put one more on that side, probably, if you want. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know if I wanna sit that close to it.
Could be dangerous.
Like to call the meeting to order, I have actually 2:01. We could stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning. Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Still feels like home. First thing I'd like to do on the agenda is move the hula down to G. And nothing else, anyone else? I'll make a motion to accept the agenda with one correction.
I'll second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Hearing none. Public comment on agenda items only? Hearing none. Gas, we're gonna put you right in with the public hearing though. So I would like to close the regular meeting and go into the public hearing at 2:04. So now open the public hearing, this is on our recreation plan. You'll have the second copy, we worked on it with the planning commission and did some changes to it to begin with. But now it's time for public, and Wayne, I'm gonna call on you and ask you to speak, would you?
I'm Wayne Copa, and I'm a volunteer down out of Grayling that works on the Trails program. And there's two sources of money that comes to townships and counties and cities, and one's from MDOT and one's from the DNR. And the DNR money requires that we have a rec plan in place for wherever you're going. And MCOG just redrew the rec plan for, I don't know who all I need to give this to, but redrew the rec plan for Beaver Creek, and a lot of times they hire somebody to do that, isn't really familiar with all the ins and outs. And they failed to put anything in there about the Iron Bell Trail, which is coming through our area. And so we talked to MCOG this morning, and they suggested that we add a couple objectives. And the objectives could be edits to the rec plan that you're going to hopefully approve today, and that you could pass the rec plan contingent on the addition of the edits, which is on this sheet, objective 4.1 and objective 4.2. And it's pretty simple forward, it doesn't require anybody to spend any money they don't want to spend, or jump through hoops they don't want to jump through. It just includes it in the rec plan, so it could come through here, and I guess I would entertain any questions on that. The Iron Bell Trail starts in Belle Isle, Michigan, and will eventually go all the way to the western end of the UP.
Now, were they gonna run that through the township township at all?
They
Still
probably
down-
run it the right of way,
Down 27? like it was?
Old 27.
Yeah.
And, already we had a commitment a while back from if everything got put together on this, that the road commission would build it and maintain it.
Oh, wow.
So it wouldn't be any burden on you
Any
guys.
out-of-pocket or burden?
And it would connect North Higgins to that trail that now goes into Grayling. And then the trail going into Grayling goes behind the Ford dealership, which you can't believe how hard it is to deal with the railroad and MDOT. I mean, we've been doing it since 2017, and there's over 70 documents in the historical dealings with them. But they think we're gonna get tired, and we think they're gonna get tired.
That's it, right?
And
There
then
we go.
it will go from Grayling to Frederick, and then Frederick through Maple Forest and hook into the trail up, coming out of, Gaylord. And I don't know if you've seen that, but, trail users don't consider that to be a very interesting trail, as that it's out in the middle of nowhere, and it's straight as an arrow, you're in the sun. And so hopefully what we do, north of here would be in the trees, and be much more scenic.
Now, now is that that all be blacktop?
That's what we would do.
Now, that trail that already comes from North Higgins up to Fletcher Road, what's the plans for that?
I think that's crushed limestone,
Yeah,
and that's,
is that part of the trail right now? or
it
not?
will be part of the trail. And DNR had the call on that because they come through, it's really strange, getting to know all these workings. You know, they were all fired up to build the trail as long as it was in the park property. But once it leaves park property and goes onto DNR forest land, then that's somebody else's responsibility. So, but they're doing crushed limestone down there. A lot of places, we've been lucky up here. They did a trail in between Owasso and Ionia that the Myers Company helped pay for, and they never got their, I don't know if they've gotten their limestone straightened out yet or not. Didn't compact well, wasn't.
Well, that's what, the question is, are they gonna blacktop over that crushed limestone?
I-
Or would there be a whole new trail?
No, I think they'll eventually blacktop over that crushed limestone, but that's all a call by the park.
Okay,
And I think that what helps you come around on that is if you got crushed limestone, then you need to grade it once in a while, you need to herbicide it once in a while, and you need to compact it every once in a while, which is a lot more maintenance than pavement.
but how does the pavement hold up to the tree roots that are so close to it?
I tell you that our pavement's been there, down in Grayling, the initial stretch to the high school was done in maybe 2001. And so it's 25 years old, let's call it 25.
That's a
And it's
great trail.
Huh?
That's a great trail.
It's what?
It's a
Great.
great trail.
Thank you. And the official name of that trail is the Grayling Bicycle Turnpike.
Mhm.
The reason we named it that is there's a trail in Traverse City that's called the Tart Trail. But if you didn't know where the Tart Trail was, you wouldn't know that it's in Traverse City. So we wanted to broadcast Grayling Bicycle Turnpike, so. But, we keep on talking about, we've got a real good friend in MDOT that tried to get that whole trail repaved. In Grayling all the way out to, Harvick Pines, but, didn't get the grant, but, it's still holding up pretty good.
But I mean, like down here on North Higgins, this one, there's giant trees really close to that trail.
Well, that's bad.
I understand that, that's
Yeah.
what I'm wondering, yeah, if those are gonna come down or,
Well, the trails are supposed to be, and I haven't been out there in that, I was out there and looked at that trail, but I haven't been, I'm not, you can tell, I haven't been on the trail enough. It's supposed to be 10 foot wide with a 2 foot shoulder on each side. And so if they didn't pay attention to that, then, but that requirement's only to get MDOT money,
okay.
okay? It's not to get DNR money, so. And MDOT says you can make them as narrow as you want them, if you wanna pay for them, well, need to be 10 foot wide with 2-foot shoulders on each side. Any other questions? And so I just would ask you to favorably, put these objectives in, and it's wonderful that Beaver Creek's got this out of the way, cause I think there's another township or two that doesn't yet.
Exactly right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comments on the rec plan? Hearing,
And we're good. They have, court on there.
do they?
Yeah, cause they do Crawford, Oldham, Oswego, and Roscommon Intermediate School as its core. So,
It's just spelled out. not
yeah,
that
I
way.
just spelled out.
We'd add that anyway. So I will close the public hearing at 2:12, is it? And go back into open session. So now, the rec plan. Resolution to adopt, this is a 5-year rec plan update which describes the physical features from 26 to 30. Online rec survey was published, we did that all summer long, which we didn't get very many, but we did get some. Public notice was posted for a 30-day for public review for the draft of the rec plan. So, that was the only change. Was her core, cause we didn't think core was listed under
They
long-term,
just-
but it was just spelled out, so. The only thing I would suggest changing is adding this verbiage in here that we just received from Wayne. So we can get that in and work on the DNR end of that as well.
I'll make a motion to pass our rec plan with the objective 4.1 and the objective 4.2 written into our current plan.
I will second that. Any further discussion, questions? We need a roll call vote on that because it will be a resolution.
Kim,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
Hope,
Yes.
Jill. Excuse me, yes.
Alright, I'll get it back to,
Thank you, Wayne.
get it back to Linda as soon as possible, and this way, Wayne helped us when, I first started talking to Wayne, and we knew we were rewriting our master plan, and this was a chapter to pull it out, so we would be able to do this in advance, so we could get the DNR grants come spring, cause they have to be in by mid-January, so that's why we did it that way, and then we can also make changes to that plan and not have to do the whole
Right.
master again when we update, so. Thank you all.
There's some seats here.
Right. Next up is accounts payable. Huh? This part of your agenda. Consent agenda, just with past year. Nice try, Jill.
Accounts payable, APs were for the fire department, $16,710.39. Township was $39,868.18.
31,
31,000, what did I say?
39.
31,000. Payroll for the fire department for the month was $18,515.
Wait a minute.
She just split it
Let's just
up.
split it
It's
up.
split.
Oh,
Put it
did you?
together.
Okay, gotcha,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yep, thank you.
Okay, $18,515.51. And payroll for township was $21,887.76.
Gotcha.
I did have to pay a bill passed from 2024 in June, $440.35, which is added into that amount. The AP amount.
Was that for township or county?
That was township,
You sure? I thought it was
I
fair
believe.
too.
No, it's in the fires. It's into the fire. That wasn't paid.
And that was a bill from last year, June of 2024.
Yes. Apparently they're short on help. Any questions on the AP?
Crawford County membership dues,
What it is that GIS mapping that we pay yearly still, and I didn't have no line item to put it under, so that's where I put it under membership, cause we pay it yearly.
okay,
But that's for the GIS mapping that's in the assessors and the tax program.
okay.
You still looking?
Oh, that's right. Cause there's others, you want me to address the fire chief on these right now? On these bills? Frederick Fire, Township Fire Department Office Supplies, what is this? What's that?
I'm sorry for,
Frederick Township Fire Department annual renewal for,
that's for our e-dispatch. We're part of it. Frederick is the lead organization who pays the bill, but it's for all of e-dispatch for all of Crawford County.
okay,
So we just pay them every year.
okay. Only thing I got. Motion to approve APs.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all those in favor, say, nope, sorry, roll call.
Kim,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
Yes.
Joe, yes.
Good job. Treasurer.
It looks like we have some new faces. I always put my treasurer report for anybody right here on the counter, so you can always take one, so you can look at it, okay? So. And the only thing, like I said, Brian, we were talking about the Hula Sewer Fund, yeah, so if you take that, that's not what you have in your account. You have 30-something, if, 1,000 and something. And that'll get put in with, BSNA, the 16-something that wasn't put in under the, it was never journalized. So we will get on that to get that in there.
So that would give you an existing 47,000, would that be correct?
When you had the 40, you had 47, and then they ended up having to take out 18, cause that wasn't journalized. The 18,000 and stuff for your, thing. That's what it brought it down to 13 something, but 16,000 and something has to be journalized.
Okay.
So there's, what in the account is he saying, so it should be the 30,000?
Yeah, the 30,
Okay.
1,000.
I'll accept the treasurer's report through auditor's review. Next up, November 16th minutes.
I do have a change on that.
Okay.
It'll be page 3. About the township newsletter, I think it is, guys. It will not come with the taxes.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
it used to be.
yeah.
Everything else but without
Yeah,
come out from taxes is the only thing that's gotta go, come off that.
cause we don't do taxes in January either, if we're doing January and
We
July.
don't mail them, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Before,
don't mail
when
them,
we
and it
mailed
cost
them,
us more money.
they
Yeah.
went with us with the taxes when we mailed them.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes with that correction.
I second it.
Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Doug, could you also explain, I have this, the road commission letter and the letter above your head, while you're on the fire report?
Yeah, as soon as I look at the letter above my head. Oh, that one, yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. You have my report, and the report was placed on the table, so hopefully all of you got to read it. Just a couple notable things to attend. Our engine 2 had its first structure fire. That was our new engine. Did wonderful, and the crew that worked also, their training showed up really well, and they did a great job with that structure fire. We were able to save that house. We still have no takers on engine 3, just letting you know. I'd like to consider maybe taking that down about 5,000 if possible. We've put brush guards. Our sergeant has helped put brush guards on, and so has firefighter Orr. Brush guards on Rescue 1 and Command 1, so now all of our vehicles are pretty well protected from deer hits. Okay, I mean, it's never perfect, but all of our smaller vehicles now have brush guards.
No pun intended.
Thank you.
And we had, the fire department had help from the clerk and her husband on Thanksgiving. They were able to deliver to 13 families, they delivered 49 meals out to the people of Beaver Creek.
Good job.
I did write a letter to the, what the supervisor was talking about, to the road commission, explaining my disapproval with the way they're getting snow removal on our major roads. We went, that was 2 days, the structure fire was 2 days after Thanksgiving. And we had a snow, and we had a little more snow, and all we had to do was leave 7 Mile here at South Grayling Road, and all we had to do was go down 1.5 miles. 35 miles an hour was as fast as we could go. Okay, the roads were absolutely horrid, and that is a major road, and it hadn't even been touched yet. And it wasn't touched for 2 more days after that.
Nope.
So I went on the website and saw what they say about it, and they claim that they get to those major roads first, and then you have to worry about your side roads, because they say they get to the major roads first to make sure that the emergency vehicles can get up and down. Well,
We're a major.
so I wrote a letter to them explaining that I didn't think that was true, and I think that they need to think about our major roads, meaning federal highway, because if for those 4 days, if you went down North Higgins Lake Road, you were going off the road half the time. As soon as you got over the expressway to where Roscommon takes care of it, it was clean and green the whole time. And this is for 4 days it was like that.
Sunday, I had to have my truck in 4-wheel drive to even get that far. And then it come down your road, which was totally drifted, dang near shut. And then I went to Holton Lake and I got over the viaduct and they were just wet from Holton Lake all the way into Holton Lake, and they had just gotten 6 inches of snow that morning as well, and the roads were just wet.
So I explained to them that I'd really like to see them doing a better job on South Grayling Road, also on North Higgins, also on Military, and then Fletcher going across, because these are our and 4 Mile. These are our major roads in this community.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
they were all just, they were bad. So I have not got a response back from them yet. And then also, I wrote a letter to the sheriff, Sheriff Ryan Swope, and I commended his deputies who were on scene of that structure fire. They did an absolutely wonderful job at helping until more people got there. They were pulling hose for us, they were spraying water, they were helping in every way possible. And they just went above and beyond what I think a sheriff or a deputy would think his job is. So I wrote him a letter and commended his deputies. And we did get a response back from that. Kind of
From the
said,
sheriff and the
in
undersheriff.
a nutshell, they said, thanks for letting us know. We'll let them know how proud we are.
So they also added it to their, employee folders too.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, and if you have any other questions for me, I'll be glad to answer them.
I appreciate all the work you did on that, Doug. You guys as well, standing up there in the snow and blowing. And I followed that slow truck back to the office. They were bad.
Yeah, I'm not happy with the road commission. It was scary trying to get trucks out.
Exactly right.
Well, you were fishtailing going by my kitchen window.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't think you were going that fast.
I look at the right one, I guess I found it. Next up, flooring. I was just talking to Steve, I think these floors are good for this year. After each room's been painted, I've been scrubbing the carpets and they've actually been coming up pretty clean. I mean, the hallway don't look like it right now, but that ain't done, that still lasts. But, so each room, as we have painted, I have scrubbed the carpets prior to putting the stuff back in there, cause I'm gonna tell you, in 40 years, I don't think U2's office has been scrubbed much. I know mine has, cause I've done it, but it was really nasty, and I'm glad we got that new carpet scrubber, because it really works great, so. And that's part of the reason why we switched the room around, is because this carpet's getting pretty wore over here from the chairs sitting there for 40 years. So we flipped it to kind of wear the carpet a little even, but I think flooring, we can wait until later next year when, down the road still, cause I mean, in agreement,
I agree.
moving on. Orkin. They come twice a year to spray for flies in the spring and in the fall. This is now a contract that'll lock it in for the year. So it would be $225 per each visit. And that way we have a contract and don't have to worry about calling them.
Mine says 450.
Right, but it's $225 a piece. It's for 2.
It don't say that.
It does.
Oh, up here in big letters, recurring services charge, or per service treatment charge.
$450 initial startup service.
Yeah.
Okay, let me question that. Let's table that,
Yes.
since we don't have to have it in right away, cause I thought it
Cause I
was
was gonna say,
$450 for the
yeah, it
total
did say it.
on the bottom.
Yeah. And then, you know, do they know that there's, not, we don't make food, but there could be food served over there?
Yes,
Okay, cause none of that is checked over here,
yeah, I know.
so
Yes, I
Okay.
do know it.
follow up on that.
Yes. Alright, that was easy. See, next. Holiday closing dates. For 2026.
and I'm sure that's same as county.
Yes.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to accept the holiday closing dates for 2026 as presented.
I second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hope you're it.
Every year we have to do, we did it last year, we have to do an investment policy and a depository resolution for 2025-26. Still stating that Huntington Bank holds it, and that way that our investments go through Huntington Bank, our bank accounts are going through Huntington Bank. There is 3 accounts that this month will get closed. It will be the pension, cause that pension money got transferred, to the fire department. We're gonna close, well, they voted, the other board voted, gosh, it's been a couple of years ago, but, we didn't know about it till Planet Moran, they were gonna close the delinquent tax account, but it still never got closed, and the I think it's FIW account, that account like for fires,
Yes,
yeah, cause nothing's going
nothing
in,
goes in,
so,
yes.
them 3 accounts will be getting closed, so. And Huntington, this is like if we do any, if you can read, I'm sure you've read through it, it's just the same as last year, same setup. But I need your approval. And then it'll go off to Scott, who is our, who works with us with Huntington Bank.
I will make a motion to accept the investment policy and dispensatory resolution 2025 to 2026. See, I did that wrong, didn't I?
That's alright.
I'll second.
Any further questions? And we'll need a roll call vote in a minute.
Yes, this one.
Hmm?
Catch up.
Yeah.
Kim,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
Yes,
Jill, yes.
and then you guys will sign it. I'll give it back to you. Mine signed.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know. In case I run away and don't
And
come
then
back.
you'll just give it back to me, Jill. And then I'll make a copy and it'll go on there.
Okay, next one up is a credit card resolution. So the old one you have in there, I have rewrote this with, the old one and the MTA's, sample one. So I put them together and kind of put it more in a timeline than it was. Changed a few things from some shalls to must. So anytime anybody uses a credit card, they must fill out the credit card form with the slip stapled to it, so we have it all together. And the form, I think, is on the back of this,
It is.
I think, right,
It
maybe
was.
an old one,
Wait
yeah,
a second, it's on the old one, I think.
yeah, it is. But I think it's an old one too, but we will change that, but the other one, the resolution to apply, has to stay on our books as well. So that's why I also included that in with the other package, so that stays on the books, cause you have to have that to ever even have a credit card policy, so that was your initial one. So. If I could get a
Now,
motion,
is that just for, you said township employees?
it's for anybody that uses a credit card. Most employees don't have a credit card, the fire chief does.
Right.
But like when Tim goes to, like, let's say Home Depot, he's got Meyer Jill's card when he goes.
I understand that, but why, I mean, why do, we have accounts at these local hardwares, right?
For the most part, yes.
I I think it would be a good idea to stay with the charge account in our local place, because that's a lot of time for Tim to go to Home Depot too.
Yes,
I mean, cause we probably have a charge account at Gilroy's and
yes,
McLean's.
and McLean's, and that's where he goes, that's first
Okay.
usually, cause even like all the paint and everything has come from Gilroy's.
Okay, yeah,
Cause the bigger stuff is what we've had to go to Home Depot for.
example?
Decking.
Toilets,
Okay. Cause,
but for the
I
most
mean, I
part-
was in business for quite a few years, I mean, most of the time we can buy it locally for a couple dollars more.
Exactly,
And then I know Home Depot, I mean,
Yep.
but, you know, let's try and hold that to a minimum going to Home Depot, please.
Yes.
Cause these local businesses support our township too,
exactly right.
please.
Whose printer is going on?
I'll make a motion for the credit card use resolution.
I will second. Further discussion? Roll call vote, it's a resolution?
Kim,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes,
Mary,
Yes.
Yes.
Jill.
Thank you. Next up, we need an alternate on the ZBA. We also need one person for each utility authority we have, and board of review, I just had a resignation today, so. The alternate for the ZBA, when we were talking to NIMCOG and the planning committee, said that it could be a board member. So I would like to put Mary on that to keep her busy. But it ain't like they meet, if they meet once a year.
but we also need another alternate.
Yes, we need two,
Yeah.
and I only have one at the moment.
Can our firefighters join the board?
No,
No,
the employees can be.
employee,
Okay.
we can have one elected official on the ZBA, but employees cannot go on any of them.
Okay.
And they have to be a resident.
Exactly.
Do you want that younger?
The once a year, yeah, I could do that.
Okay. Make a motion to accept Mary as the alternate of the ZBA.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Again, utility authority, I need, one on both, so the Higgins Lake and the 4 Mile. And I had a resignation on the board of review this morning, so if anybody's interested, get a hold of me. Next up, Brian.
Well, at least that explains why someone wasn't in their meeting yesterday.
Yes, it does, loud and clear, didn't it?
Yes, sorry to hear that, but stuff happens. Our annual financial audit was completed. We started looking at it yesterday at our meeting. Some questions came up, so we're gonna revisit it at January's meeting. It was stuff that we needed a little bit more looking into. I don't think there's gonna be an issue. It was just, why is this figure this and it's this, you know, different figures are different in the audit report versus like our financial documents. But that's normal. Email billing, with January invoice, we're going to send that out for the board members that are also users of the system to do a test, and then we'll start sending out forms with the mailings, and the plan is right now to actually go live with email billing, with our July invoice, which will be the start of our next fiscal year for everyone. We did collect, email addresses and phone numbers a few years ago, but that was just for communication. And this is gonna be an opt-in, so you have to actually opt in. We're not gonna automatically do it.
Send it,
Yep. We're gonna be sending some letters with our January invoices, for people with several delinquent invoices. Hopefully this will get some of that cleared up. There's 10 of them, which account for about $11,000 in bad debt, which is basically half or a little more than half of what our bad debt is. So that's all tied up in those accounts. So we're gonna get some letters sent out to them, and hopefully get those taken care of.
We put that cutoff date, what was it, April 1st or something on that as well, or?
Yep, we're not sure what we're gonna do on April 1st yet, but we've been talking about it, so I think over the next couple months, we'll make a decision exactly how we're gonna handle that.
Okay.
But I think you understand.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think everything's good.
Changes to the articles.
Yeah, I think I sent you an email a couple weeks ago
Yes.
with exactly what the changes were.
Yeah.
It's more of a formality, just to,
FYI.
yeah, so our articles specify a specific date and time that we have to do our annual meeting. We can't abide by that, haven't been abiding it, so we're just asking that it be changed to say that it's in July, the board will determine the date and time. Which what we've been doing is just our normal
Yep.
date and time, is when we do it as part of a regular meeting, so. And I'm assuming, Hope, you're still collecting on the special assessments?
Oh, yeah.
For the year.
Well, December bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, for your winter. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, till then. Yeah.
And then like we had talked, next fall, before we actually send the final invoices,
Yes.
we'll get together, cause my thought was, why have a bunch of extra money sitting there? Let's figure out where we're gonna be and just make
Divide
that
it.
last one a smaller amount to
Yeah.
get us over the line.
Yep.
Luckily, you guys are ahead, so.
Yeah, that was my fault, 2 years back, if you remember.
No, actually, you did the right thing. Cause it's actually, if you really look at it, you're almost about break even with what you really did.
Yep.
Where Lyon Township is not in that position.
Nope.
So, no, you guys did very good on that. I think that's pretty much it. You guys got any questions or?
Any questions? Nope, good job.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
The other thing I have in your packet is this from Blackstone, is it? Black something? It doesn't have it on the front, I thought that was kind of weird, but. This is a company for IT that I had talked to, at the supervisor's retreat about the problems we were having with Anavon and the different things, and this is the one that, this is the proposal they brought to us. So I'd like you all to look it over. It's actually, cheaper than Anavon at the moment, but there's, this morning in the board of review, Tina Southerton is on our board of review, and she went through it for me and found some of the things that needs to be changed or addressed that isn't spelled out in there. So I have all of that too, but I put these in your packet so you can look at them, cause we're gonna have to make some changes here in the next year, so. That's a pile. The next thing I give you was Chris is selling his plow. We had talked about a plow. Everything's there, but I'm not good at that either.
Yeah, you have
That's-
to go way in the back.
That was odd, and then I
Very
couldn't believe it
odd.
wasn't on the front sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah. Says
I'm pretty
lots.
sure their name's Blackstone, isn't
it
it?
is, it says it.
Black
It's
Rock.
Black Rock.
Or black, I thought it said. I see that, but it's in the last, like,
That's kinda bad when it's in little letters in the back of your thing,
yeah,
just in,
instead of addressing it
exactly.
up
So
front.
another one I would like to contact is I had talked to, Chris Fredericks is the one in Grayling, Kodiak, there you go. Kodiak Group in Grayling, I wanna get a hold of and have them do a proposal as well. So I'll get on that coming months.
I think that's who Lyon Township is moving to.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd said too. So, that's what we have, a whole lot. So I'll go with Kodiak and see what they got to say, so we got at least 3 or 4 different ones we can look at, so. That's all I got. Public comment? Would you rather jump at once? Okay, hearing none. Board members. Mary.
Yes, I would like us to bring back to the table the alert system for our phones. I think after.
The
us-
text.
Yeah, after the last week in the snowstorm, when we had to run around and poor Pat had to come in on her day off to get a hold of everybody that she can get a hold of and get on the internet and let people know we're canceling the senior dinner. If we could have just done the whole phone thing, it would have probably been a whole lot quicker. I mean, I was bothering you guys and you're at home on your day off, had to. But it was a safety concern.
I didn't put it back on the agenda for this month, cause we were gonna look into it, but I can put it back on for January and bring it back with our webpage. If you remember, there was so many texts per.
Yeah.
I can see Hope's blue paper in her folder, that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying it.
I have it.
But, there was so many texts per year for that, so I can bring that back. I missed it this month. Sorry.
We did cancel November's, senior dinner due to safety concerns. We don't wanna risk anybody's safety. We do wanna make that up, exactly how we're gonna make it up, I don't know, but sometime in January, the game plan is we will still have our senior dinner, last Sunday of the month. But we wanna add in a family game night, where we can all get together and play, I don't know, canasta for heaven's sakes.
Euchre.
You know, yeah,
We got
just
a lot of
hang out with our
requests.
families, do a potluck game night, everybody bring a dish to pass, whatever. Just chill and enjoy each other's company, get to know our neighbors.
Exactly.
December's a little booked for it, but
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Are we having December's luncheon?
Yes, we are having December's,
December 28th, is it, Mary?
yes. Yep. And basically, you know, if you wanna come and you're not a senior, it's a $5 donation per person. If you're a senior, Kim will make meatballs or something, I'm gonna do scalloped potatoes and ham. We just all kind of potluck it, and some of our seniors who are phenomenal cooks, they love bringing desserts, so it's, and it's
It's
a
a
good.
win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Thank you for working on that.
You're welcome.
Jill?
I have nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I wanna thank, Travis ain't here, but I went and Tim for the beautiful paint job in my office looks so much nicer. I don't have all the holes and all the mess, and it looks really nice, and I appreciate that, they did a wonderful job. And it's just looking really nice, and it needed it, all these years.
So now we have Hope's office is done, Jill's office is done for the most part. Sorry. And then mine's done, this is done. He's actually started today in the supply room. I said, why are you painting in there? He said, well, if we don't do it now, it'll be another 40 years, but that's never been treated in that room.
No.
It's actually pretty bad.
Well, some
It's
of them
sucking.
haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one's really sucking the paint worse than anything, so Moving on.
And then I do wanna thank Kim for doing all our carpets. She did all the carpets.
No, but I have to agree, it's looking nice.
Well, it's looking nice.
Great job.
Sounds better too.
Right, your office alone, good. I never cleaned any worse carpet in my entire life as Jill's office, just saying.
This is
But I'm
our-
gonna wonder if 40 years it ever got it, so, you know, there's that. Cause you can't, I don't remember it ever
I
getting
don't-
scrubbed when Sharon was in there,
I
so.
never, no.
Hope's wasn't as bad, but Jill's was rough. But thank you for that. Steve?
I have nothing. Quiet, number and zoning and everything, we're just redoing the master plan.
Yes. And we're off, there is no planning commission meeting in January.
Right.
It will be February 2nd, was it, or 3rd or something, I don't remember the date.
Wednesday,
First Wednesday of,
February.
and then we will start on further chapters, I think we're almost done, what they say, 3 chapters, 3 meetings left? Cause the one chapter is gonna take 2 meetings. So, we're getting that on a roll, so that's almost done as well, so that's a good thing. I appreciate it. Me, just been busy, I've been, helping strip rooms and scrub carpets and after hours a lot, doing bookwork and stuff like that, so just a whole lot of nothing. But there is something that I would like to, bring to everybody's attention. The FOIA request, the money that we make off the FOIA request, this year we're up to $500.07, 507.50. What I would like to suggest is we use the FOIA monies to do the children's summer programs in the park. Cause like that storybook thing we were talking about, that isn't gonna take a whole lot of nothing. You know, you got money to buy the boards and stuff to make those things and stuff like that, and the other one that Travis was talking about, doing with the kids so they could identify trees, species and stuff like that. So there was a few different things that I think would be great for the summer programming, and I would like to be able to use that money to do that. Other than that, I got nothing. Anything else? Anybody?
Yeah, I'd like us to work on doing a separate fundraiser just for the fire department. I think it would be nice if we could, I don't know, feed them once a month. Take them out for dinner.
It'll look pretty healthy.
They do, but I mean, they're out there doing stuff I wouldn't dream of.
And the Moose, on our training nights, the Moose
Yeah,
does
the Moose
give
does
us
really well.
pizza, every first and third Tuesday of the
Tuesday.
month, which we thank them for
Yeah.
considerably.
Yeah, they donate them
So,
for the elections and everything, they're really good to us.
they're really good.
Yeah, the Moose is really good for the
Well,
township.
they're good for the community.
I'm not saying they don't.
No, I'm just saying.
There's nowhere else to
They
go.
don't, they
There's
donated
nowhere
the
else
whole
to
deal
eat.
for the veterans on up to campground.
Oh, excellent,
Yeah.
And- yeah,
exactly.
And every holiday, they make meals for the firefighters and
Yeah.
county sheriffs and
They
the
did.
EMTs.
They donated the 250 for the backpacks too, and they
Yes.
donated for the picnic, so. I mean, they have been a great accent, but I think this went off the fire department to the Moose, I don't know what happened there.
Sorry.
It's a good idea, Mary, but how you gonna do it?
I don't know, just 'cause they work so hard and they fishtail down in front of my house and it looks so dang scary. I had to close my eyes.
Yeah, we did too when we were driving.
I was gonna say, they're on supposed
I would never do what I do, never.
I was in between them, and it wasn't really good.
Yeah.
No, I was working all those days and I kept thinking, when is the snowplow gonna come? When is the snowplow gonna come? Cause
I
this is
know.
dangerous for us to try to get out of this situation, and it never showed up.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
2:53 PM. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.